A great house at Collinwood in the world of parallel time. For over a century and a half, this has been a house of dark and terrifying secrets. But during the past 48 hours, the wall of secrecy has begun to crack. Not enough is known yet about the strange curse that has haunted the family all these years. But certain facts are coming to light. Facts which may either end the curse or the family itself.
He thought nobody would ever find you. But he was wrong, wasn't he? Yes. Yes, I have found her, Brutus. And I know you are in this room. Show yourself to me, Brutus. Let me fight you again. I knew your spirit would follow me here. Show yourself to me! So, you are here, Brutus Collins. After 160 years, you and I are face to face again.
So you are free again, James.
Yes, and I shall stay free.
And you think you can change the things I did so long ago. But you cannot.
I have already begun, and I shall succeed. My sister Sarah will be given a proper burial.
She betrayed me, and she deserves what she got.
You were the creature of treachery, Brutus, not Sarah. All she did was tell me of what you had planned to betray me, and you killed her for it, just as you killed me and you killed your wife Amanda, because she tried to help me too. Yes, I am free again, Brutus, and I intend to right the wrongs that you have done all these years, and you cannot stop me.
Take my warning, Forsyth. Go back to your tomb.
Never!
Julia, any news?
No. No, Morgan seems to have disappeared just the way Gabriel did, but Quentin and the servants are out looking for them still.
You look very tired. You should get some rest.
I can't. I won't be able to. I'm still so concerned about Carrie Stokes.
Why?
Well, she was so upset at what happened with Morgan at the cottage this afternoon. She kept asking me questions. I couldn't answer them. She wanted to know why Morgan behaved so differently. I couldn't tell her anything because I couldn't tell her about the curse or the locked room.
No. No, of course not.
Melanie, you must be very careful when you see her again. You and she have been very close. And she's sure to think that you'll tell her everything that you know.
Don't worry. I will be careful with her.
Carrie!
Oh, Mrs. Collins.
What's the matter?
It's Morgan. He's back at the cottage. He's acting like he's crazy. He grabbed me and locked me in the room. I had to open the window, and that's how I got out.
Melanie, I'll take Carrie back to the cottage. You stay here in case Quentin comes back. Come, Carrie.
Oh. I was just about to knock.
Oh, Mr. Young, what do you want?
To see Melanie.
All right. I have to leave for a few minutes. I'll be back, and I would like to have a word with you myself.
I'll make a point to wait for you.
Thank you.
Hello, Melanie.
Good evening, Kendrick.
Melanie, I have something very important to say to you.
Well, let's go into the drawing room.
No. I don't want to be overheard. I want to go outside.
I'm supposed to wait here in case Quentin comes back.
It won't take long.
All right. I'll leave a note for Quentin on the table.
I don't see anyone here.
When I was locked in the bedroom, I'm sure I heard him go downstairs.
Yes, the cellar door is open.
Is he dead?
He's still breathing. We've got to find a way to get him back to Collinwood. What could have happened to him down here?
I don't know.
Carrie, what's the matter?
I can feel it again.
Feel what?
The spirit. The same angry spirit that I felt at Collinwood the other day.
Morgan told me about that.
Oh, Miss Collins, I'm frightened.
Carrie, I don't think you should stay here tonight. You come back and sleep at Collinwood.
Yes, I think I'd like that.
I'll try to revive him. What's happening?
It's him! It's the spirit! He doesn't want you to touch him. Miss Collins, we've got to get out of here. Oh!
No!
Morgan said, he asked me if I felt her frequent in the room. He said he knew she was down here someplace. That must be her.
Who is she?
I don't know. We've got to get out of here.
Carrie, you go back to Collinwood. Find Quentin and send him back here at once.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to stay here and watch Morgan.
It isn't safe.
I'll be all right. Now you do what I told you to. Go on.
Yes.
You know, I was quite surprised to see you at the door.
Surprised? Why?
Kendrick, I haven't seen you for 3 days.
Did you miss me?
Yes, I missed you. I was beginning to think today that you'd forgotten me.
You didn't really believe that, did you?
I didn't want to believe it. The thought frightened me.
I could never forget you, Melanie. Fact is, I've devoted the last 3 days exclusively to you.
Is that something important you wanted to talk to me about?
Yes, and I want to ask you again just how Collins' family came to adopt you.
Kendrick, I've told you
Melanie,
everything.
I know, but I must know again just to be sure.
Well, actually, I do know a bit more than I did the last time we spoke. I had always thought my parents were dead when I was adopted. I found out my mother was alive.
How did you find that out?
I found a page from a letter written by Papa, Justin Collins. It had no salutation, but, well, it concerned my adoption, and I know it was written by my real mother.
Melanie, where is this letter?
I don't have it. Julia found me with it and took it from me. She told me the letter was not written to my real mother. but I don't believe her.
Tell me how Justin Collins found you.
I was 6 months old at the Concord Orphanage outside of Boston. Papa was on the board of directors there.
That part is true.
What do you mean?
Justin Collins was on the board of directors, but he never found you there.
Kendrick, what are you saying?
Melanie, there is absolutely no record of you at the Concord Orphanage. You were never there.
I was never at the orphanage.
That's right. I went there and searched the records.
That's what you've been doing for the last 3 days?
Yes.
Kendrick, why would you do a thing like that?
Because of you, Melanie. Because I felt you had certain doubts about your parents, your real parents. Because I felt it disturbed you. And because it disturbed you, I didn't think you could be happy.
I'm grateful for your concern. You've always been open and honest with me, which is more than I can say for my family.
Melanie, who first told you that you were at the orphanage?
I don't remember. I suppose it was Papa, but everyone in the family knew it.
But did everyone in the family know it was a lie?
I wonder.
I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they simply believed that it was told to them by Justin. But he knew it was a lie.
I don't understand why Papa would find it necessary to lie to me.
That's the big question. Why was it necessary? But he's dead and he'll never be able to answer that.
I think Julia knows.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. It's just a feeling I have. Julia's whole life has been one of protecting secrets.
Don't you ever smile, Miss Collins.
There's nothing in this house to smile much about.
It's always been thus.
I had hoped that when you came to, you'd be yourself again.
I am myself. Though Morgan Collins. How did I get back here?
Quentin and 2 of the servants brought you.
I see. Well, if you think I'm going to shower you with gratitude, you're going to be disappointed again.
I don't want any gratitude. What was happening? What were you doing in the cellar of the cottage?
You've forgotten what I told you this morning. I am not here to help you.
Hasn't it occurred to you that it might be to your advantage?
Dealing with the Collins is never to anyone's advantage.
Why do you hate us so?
Because you are Collinses.
Your feelings all date back to 160 years ago. We have done nothing to you. We're not guilty. We mustn't be enemies when we could possibly help each other.
But you see, I don't need help. You do.
Who was buried in the cellar? Why were you digging up the skeleton?
That is my concern, and mine alone.
Why were you unconscious? What happened to you?
You're wasting your time, Miss Collins.
Are you aware that you were in some danger?
I am.
Then you must not go back there.
I'll agree to that on one condition. That someone goes to the cellar and gets the skeleton and makes sure that she gets a proper burial. She deserves that much.
She? Who is she?
That much I don't mind telling you. Her name was Sarah Forsythe. She was my sister.
Your sister? How did she come to be buried in the cellar of the cottage?
I have answered all the questions I'm going to answer. If you want the answers, why don't you ask your ancestor, Brutus Collins? His spirit still haunts this house and the grounds. Why don't you try and contact him? I think you'll find it a most illuminating experience. Good night, Miss Collins.
I thank you, Kendrick, for everything.
I hope I haven't upset you, Melanie.
No. No, I'm very glad you care the way you do. Night, Kendrick.
I wanted to talk to you, remember?
It slipped my mind.
Would you come in, please? I will come right to the point.
You usually do, Miss Collins.
You've been interfering again, which does not surprise me.
Interfering? How?
You have put ridiculous thoughts into Melanie's mind.
You think being interested in someone's background is ridiculous?
Melanie is troubled enough without you making matters worse.
Yes, I should be more careful. Because Melanie may begin to learn the truth about herself, and you wouldn't like that, would you, Miss Collins?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why is everyone lying to Melanie about her background, about where she came from? And the identity of her real parents?
No one is lying to her. No one knows the identity of her real parents. Justin Collins did. He adopted Melanie from the Concord Orphanage near Boston.
Oh, you tell a lie with such ease, Miss Collins.
How dare you?
I might as well tell you. I have been to the Concord Orphanage. There is no record of Melanie there. Now, what is the truth, Miss Collins? What is it that everyone doesn't want Melanie to know?
I think you'd better leave now.
That solves nothing. I will continue my search until I find out.
Mr. Young, this is my last warning to you. I want you to leave here and never return. If you do, I will not be responsible for what happens.
What would happen to me, Miss Collins? The same thing that happened to my sister Stella?
I will see you to the door.
Death is the only answer. Until no one is left. Until the curse has been appeased.
Perhaps we can talk for a few minutes longer.
What is it? Something is wrong.
No, nothing.
You saw something in the hole that you didn't want me to see.
Oh, that's absurd.
Then I'll look in the foyer.
No, I must insist that
I don't care what you insist. I will look in the foyer. Melanie. Melanie, what's wrong? Melanie, say something.
You're not a Collins. Who are you?
Who am I?
You shouldn't be here. You don't belong. Everyone in this house is destined to die.
Tell me what is wrong with her, Miss Collins.